Well, welcome one, welcome all to the SnailTrail4x4 podcast. If you like going off-roading on Toyotas, wrenching on Toyotas, camping on Toyotas, and maybe even poking a little bit of fun at Toyotas, and of course, hearing about how fantastic, oh my God, we have a lot to catch up on in Toyotas is, this is the podcast for you. That's right, ladies and germs. My name is Tyler. Joining me for another episode of the SnailTrail4x4 podcast, Jimmy. How you doing, man?
Good. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, very.
I'm a little lower. My testicles finally dropped.
Congratulations.
37 years old. Thank you very much. I'm actually like, this is like better than I've sounded in a week and a half.
I agree. Yeah. I heard you on Saturday.
Yep.
And you didn't sound as good as you are now.
No, this is pretty good. And like all of a sudden cleared up yesterday afternoon.
Oh, good.
And got to this. I was like, oh, that was kind of nice timing.
Yeah. Good thing we pushed it off another day.
Yeah. I'm feeling, I've been feeling pretty good. I just haven't been able to talk.
Sure. Yeah.
Has been the problem. So I don't know, it's whatever. It's whatever. I'm a little sour about it all.
Yes.
Cause you know how much I like to talk, but
I know. I know.
Yeah. So every once in a while, I'm still kind of like having a little dry cough, like a tickle in my throat. So every once in a while, you guys might hear me go, just pull the mic away from my face and cough. So sorry if we don't edit all those out, but we're here recording to keep content going for you guys. So, let's see. We have a lot to catch up on.
We definitely do.
It's Thursday's episode, so we might end up having to split it into kind of I don't want to say two episodes, but we might carry it over to Monday and have Monday just because I have quite a bit to catch up on from things I've added to the mule, things that happened to the mule.
Okay.
How Winter Fun Fest went.
Yep.
We have some gifts to open.
Yep.
Let's see what else. We have updates on Samantha. I saw you got some work done.
Yes, we did.
So I think there's going to be a lot of content here. So we'll just kind of go until we reach roughly an hour and then see where we're at and see if we just go on to Monday. So
yeah, we'll figure it out as we go on, just like we normally do.
Status quo.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to mention that I just saw pop up that I'm very curious in.
Yes.
Is we opened up Onyx to check weather and some elevation points. And I got a notification on Onyx that said new Onyx SOS.
Yeah, I'm really curious about this.
And it didn't really say how it worked. I didn't research it before we started hitting the record button, but if you guys have an Onyx membership out there, you might have noticed a similar notification pop up when you log into Onyx. And it says that it's essentially it looks like a separate app or an add-on feature for $50 a year that connects you to emergency services.
Yeah, but we're not sure how.
I don't know how, and I don't know what services it connects you to. So I'm making an inquiry. We are making an inquiry to Onyx, our friends over there, to ask them about details on how that works. And we'll probably have them on the podcast here shortly to talk to you guys about it. So if you noticed that and had questions, we have it coming. It's coming. We'll have some answers for you guys. So
good job getting off mic. I'm proud of you.
I tried, man.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Thursday's episode, we have a little bit of housekeeping to do. We're still in January, which means our January giveaway. I totally forgot what it was. Oh, gear wrench stuff.
Yep. Just like we've done in the past, we'll pull out a bunch of gear wrench tools that we kind of have set aside for giveaway items, and we'll mark them with prices. And then you have your choice, kind of a choose your own adventure of gear wrench tools that are available to you. Upwards of $200, maybe $200 plus. We'll figure it out when we get to the end. And you can kind of pick and choose which ones you want out of what we have available. Mm-hmm. You can probably make an inquiry see if we have something in stock, or if we can possibly get it for you. We can probably try to work something out that way, but it's a lot easier if you just grab what we already got. So if you're the winner this month, then you're going to get $200 of gear wrench tools.
Sweet. That'll be fun. So in order to get signed up for that, make sure you signed up before the end of the month over at irate4x4.com. Go down to the watch list and discuss area and click that Snail Trail 4x4 forum. We have our own separate forum over there because we're awesome and amazing. So,
yes.
And we may have given some handies for that, but that's between us and a special somebody. Wink, wink, nod, nod. So go over there. All your sign up options will be on the right-hand side if you're on a computer, down at the bottom of the page if you're on a mobile device. So check those out. Make sure you're signed up before the end of the month to get in for that gear wrench giveaway. Also, there is gift box stuff, but that is all closed. So if you guys are listening to this for the first time, you're like, hey, the new year, new me, picking up new podcasts and found us. One, I'm sorry to let you down and disappoint you, but two, we do gift boxes every April and October. So coming in April, you'll see those open up and you'll see gift boxes going out to people. But you'd get signed up for those there as well. And that's kind of where you manage your subscription tiers to the podcast for different things that we do that's fun with you guys. So we have also
reviews to talk about.
I was going to say treasure hunt tokens.
Oh, we got that too. But both of those go along with Onyx. So the reviews, if you go over to Apple Podcast and you leave us a review, once we get to 800 reviews, we're giving away an Onyx Elite membership. So go leave a review on Apple Podcast. Once we get to 850 reviews, we're giving away another Onyx Elite membership. And then when we get to 900 reviews, which is our next big milestone, we're giving away upwards of $1,000 of gear. Nope, sorry. Morphlate. Excuse me. Morphlate products.
Yep.
We've got the braided hoses with the new kits that's coming out.
Yep.
There's something special that I think is coming out ASAP.
Should be. I'm waiting on the production samples of the last feature that I'm implementing for it.
Okay.
So once I get those and confirm that that's all good, then we'll be putting those in production and launching them.
Nice. Yep. And then a bunch of other things as we're working our way throughout the year that we will be discussing at another point.
Yep.
But all those things are going to be included in the $1,000 of giveaway from Morphlate. So get in now, get chances to win along the way, and get in for that Morphlate giveaway.
Yep. Cool stuff. Let's see. Tokens, treasure hunt tokens. We have quite a few out in the wild, and we have them all entered into our Onyx folder now. So we have a Onyx folder that is, I think it's under my Onyx account, and you're listed as an admin on it too.
Yes.
So we just need to make that folder public.
Okay.
I think, and put the URL to it in the show notes.
We can do that.
And then anybody will be able to click on that URL and it'll open it up and add that folder to your Onyx account, specifically, so that whenever we make changes to the folder, so we add tokens, remove tokens, etc., you guys will automatically get those updates on your Onyx account under the folder in your account. So I think all we need to do is make it public and post the URL somewhere. So
sounds good.
We have a couple different ways that we're trying to do that. So we will let you guys know once it's posted, and you guys will be able to go out and start hunting tokens again.
Yeah. It's exciting. There's a lot out there. There's a bunch that have been out there for years.
Yep.
And then there's probably double that have been put out there in the last few months or so. So excited to share those for you guys. I guess we can talk about it since we are going to be opening that up pretty soon. Is we have an entire gear wrench mechanics tool set.
Yeah, the master mechanic tool set.
Yeah, I forgot how many pieces it has and everything, but
it's a lot.
It weighs a ton. I don't know how we're going to, if we need to ship it somewhere, I don't know how we're going to do that. It's going to have to be on a pallet or something.
I'm hoping that Trevor Clark just finishes it up and
drives up here
and grabs it.
Yeah. Something like that. So that's definitely going to be a challenge that we're going to have to overcome, but it is an amazing toolkit that we are going to be able to give away to a lucky winner. And to win that toolkit, you have to find every single letter of SnailTrail4x4. 13 tokens. 13 tokens total. Yep. To get the win. That does not mean that they are 13 tokens total that you have to find. You have to find 13 different
of the correct ones.
13 of the correct ones to make up SnailTrail4x4.
And we did not, when we're listing the tokens in the Onyx folder, we're not listing what letter that token is. So you can't just go out and be like, I need one more 4 and then find a 4 near you and go out and find it. It's trial and error. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, they're listed by the number on the token. We have them serial numbered. And then we are scrambling the letters every time I'm bed making tokens. Yep. So they're not even the same.
It's a random.
It's all random. So good luck. Hopefully you get a lot of 4s.
Yep.
And you have to keep searching for tokens out there because that means you're going outside and you're enjoying nature.
Exactly, which was the whole goal of the treasure hunt, the token hunt, so that just a fun game to encourage people to get outside and enjoy the outdoors with your vehicles. So, let's see, what else do we got?
Shall we open a gift?
We have,
Okay.
That one from SnailBoys. I'm guessing our buddy in Montana.
Yes, I believe this one now is one for me.
This one specifically for you. Okay.
Yeah, because you had one for you. We had one that both of us
shared.
that we could share. The 2-person undies.
Yep.
Then you got something.
I don't remember what I got.
I don't either.
Offhand. Usually we keep them in here in the office. So.
Well, you must have liked it so much that you took it home.
Took it home. Huh?
Yeah, I don't off my top of my head.
It's been so long, Jimmy.
I know it has.
It's been like 2 weeks.
But we'll see, because I think he packaged them and then he puts them in notes. Here's your surprise gift. Let's is there anything in here? Yes, there is. Is it a receipt? There's an Amazon receipt. I want to read that. So, to Jimmy, here's to training for your first try anything once-a-thon from Nick. Try anything once. All right. It's in the Amazon packaging. So hold on one sec. Box in a box. Made in China. Is it a singlet?
That's what I'm wondering. That's what it looks like to me.
It looks like, I don't know what it is, Nick. What are you doing to me?
Pink zebra patterned singlet.
It looks like that swimsuit thing that the
Borat wears. It totally is.
Yep. All right. Well, it was the assistant's birthday the other day, and so I might wear this for her tonight.
There you go. Yeah. Just don't even tell her, walk into the room with it on.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Nick, I wish I could film her response when I do this tonight.
I mean, you can. You can totally film her response.
Yeah. I'm not sure I want to show me.
You don't have
as
to.
Much as
it'd be first person view, right?
Yeah. That would be funny.
Anyways.
All right, Nick, thank you very much for the gifts and the holiday cheer, and a little bummed that this isn't red and green, but it needs some Christmas flair, but I do. Yeah. Pink and black works too.
Yep.
So.
I have a gift for you.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Is it right here?
Nope.
Oh.
Well, that one too, I guess. But this goes with it.
Okay.
For testing.
You have another. Okay. What? Hold on now.
So I went a little crazy. And while I was Christmas shopping for myself.
Yeah, I like this.
I got an ad on Instagram because Instagram knows me really well. And it was for
I've seen this.
These.
Yeah.
And they're normally like $120, $130. And the ad that I saw was like 60% off. So it was like 65, 70 bucks, something like that.
Dang.
And so I went on to order 4 of them. And my goal was to order them for me and my managers as like an extra manager gift. Thank you.
Yeah.
For the year bonus kind of thing. And as I was checking out, it said, if you order one more, we'll give you an additional 50% off.
What?
I was like, okay, sign me up. So I ended up ordering 6 of them.
There you go. Cool.
And they're amazing.
They work well?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should hook it up right now and
try light it off.
It's a blowtorch in the shape of a firearm that works on the little 1 pound greenie propane tanks. So open up the nozzle. So we had one that was getting a really low spark. Is that one sparking really well? Okay. Well, bummer.
Not sure, but it's starting to smell like propane in here.
Might have to open up the door and air it out.
Nothing that a little lighter won't solve.
Yeah,
but that's rad.
But it's a pretty gnarly torch flame when it does get going. All the other ones, we had one that wasn't wanting to ignite. But
so what would you use this for? Because I have an idea and I'm curious if it's possible. So while I put it away, why don't you tell everybody an idea? What's
mainly for like campfires or pit fires. For you, you have big fire pits, burn days in your neighborhood and area. So man, it is kind of propane in here now. So I would imagine for you, really good use would be for your big bonfire burn day pits, but you could also use it for your wood pit, your wood stove
fireplace
in the house. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was thinking it might be like a portable little torch when we were using it to weld. I wonder if this,
you could totally do that.
I wonder if this, because it says max temperature is 1800 degrees.
It's hot.
Yeah. I wonder if it would outperform the little
the map gas
that I was using.
Probably. It's a much bigger flame than the map gas, so it'll heat up a much larger area, I think, a lot quicker. Yeah.
So that would be interesting to test or just see. But it'd be like literally a little torch.
Yep.
For the shop too. That's cool. That's fun.
If
Thank you.
people are familiar with like weed burning torches,
that's another thing I was thinking about.
That's what essentially the nozzle is the same as, but it's instead of having a big long handle so you can get right down next to weeds, it's in the shape of a firearm.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I guess I should say while we're doing even more holiday stuff, I should say thank you for the hoses.
Yep.
We'll solve the pricing and whatnot off air.
Yep.
But I gave Tyler my old whatever this Napa or auto hose thing that I got that you can tell if you're looking on camera, it just doesn't lay flat and it's kinked and it's really hard to roll up. And I got some old style Morphlate hose.
Yeah, the 1000 PSI burst rubber hose that we used to have that we are officially out of.
Nice.
Now.
Congratulations.
Yep.
So I'm gonna replace that for my air compressor in the shop, and I'll be able to run some Morphlate hose around in the shop. And if I ever do air tools or need to blow things off or use the compressor one way or another, now I got some really nice hose to do it with.
Yep. So let's see. I think that does it for kind of gifty stuff.
Yeah, I think that maybe that was a lot more than I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Let's see. What else do we got? Any other updates before we get into what we've been up to?
I have a few random things I think we'd talk about before we jump into what we've been up to.
Okay.
I went to nominate you for co-host of a podcast for the Webby Awards. Have you ever heard of this? Okay. So, I don't know exactly what it was, but it somehow popped up onto my feed and it was like the Webby Awards. And I think it's just things that are online or whatever.
Okay.
And so I went to nominate you for it. And I was like, went down their thing and signed up and did all the work. And at the very end, it was like, okay, to make this submission, give us $6,000.
What? Wow.
I'm like, sorry, Tyler.
I'm not worth $6,000. Did you
worth $6,000 for the attempt to win an award for best co-host. So I thought that was really interesting.
Maybe we could Ormhoff this and just have everybody email in.
Yeah.
and flood them.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm not sure how it all works. I gave up at that point.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry. I'm not giving you guys $6,000 to win an award that really doesn't mean a whole lot to us. So, and then on the flip side of that, same sort of thing. I believe it was the Golden Globes that just happened a little while ago, like a few weeks ago now. They entered podcasts into to be able to win Golden Globes.
They had a category for them now.
They have a category for podcasts.
Okay.
But they only selected podcasts that had celebrities as the hosts. I'm like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, not that we're going to be able to beat out Joe Rogan or like the Dax Shepard show or any of these other like celebrities that are now doing whatever, like the Adam Carolla Car Talk or whatever his show is called, or I don't even know if Jerry Seinfeld does that car and coffee thing on YouTube. I don't know if it's a podcast, but not like we're going to be able to beat any of them out. But I'm just like, why don't you if you're opening the door for podcasts, like, why don't you open the door for all podcasts? Like like you have movies and you have anime and you have all of these, indie movies and things in your categories. Why not have
different categories of podcasts?
Categories for podcasts.
I imagine they'll grow it. I think it's a growing segment and this maybe if it's the first year they're doing it, it's just overall podcasts, and then they'll realize that there's a lot more to overall podcasts than just podcasts. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. I was like, "Oh, cool! Like, I might win a Golden Globe one day."
Yeah,
not that. I was like, "Okay, that dream was short lived." But I just thought it was kind of, it's like celebrities patting celebrities' backs. It was bullshit to me. So anyway, those are the two sort of random updates that I saw, and that I just wanted to vent and discuss for a quick second. But all right, now
I have a fun update then.
Okay.
That is a little bit more fun, less of a rant.
You nominated me for a Webby Award?
Kind of.
Well, what?
I submitted us.
Yeah.
To be a participant on the next Trail Hero X.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So we talked a little bit about Trail Hero X last year.
Very little.
And it was mainly because I was one of the challenge sponsors for Trail Hero X.
And we had a few people calling in telling us they were doing it.
And we had, I think, 3 listeners were participants on Trail Hero X as well. And so I wasn't sure how much we were really allowed to talk about.
Sure. Due
to I knew about the challenge, and the goal was to keep the challenge a secret from the listeners and the participants. So I was talking with Rich and Brandy from Trail Hero, Rich Klein, Little Rich, about Trail Hero stuff. And we were talking about how Trail Hero X went, and kind of now that they're showing the show, airing the show, and it hasn't, I don't think it's gone on demand yet. They were doing the airings first on Speed Sport Network.
Interesting. Okay.
And the show has turned into Speed Sport's #1 show.
Wow.
So Speed Sport has opened them up for a second season and doubled the airtime.
Wow.
And added a couple of episodes. So I think last year they were on 8 episodes at 30 minutes each.
Okay.
And this year, the season 2, I think they're looking at hour-long episodes, 10 episodes.
Wow. That's a big increase.
It's a big increase, and it shows
double.
The show did very, very well, and consumers really enjoyed it. So once it goes on demand, season 1 will end up going out to Apple TV, Amazon, and a couple other big network providers for on-demand streaming services.
Cool.
And so the contract looks like it's going to be about the same for season 2. It'll start on Speed Sport and then air on Speed Sport. And then when it comes out on demand, it'll go to all these different streaming services.
Okay.
So I haven't actually watched any of the shows yet.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Because it hasn't gone to on demand. I wasn't available to watch the streaming, the airing part of it at the times that it aired. So I'm waiting for it to go on demand to watch the shows, but they're already doing the applications for season 2's participants.
Nice. Okay.
And so I submitted us.
You submitted us.
And then I sent an email to Brandy saying, hey, I filled out the application. What's the lead time? When do we know?
Yeah.
And she replied with, cool. Thanks for filling that out. Go here to pay for your entry. And I was like,
what?
Wait, so does that mean that we're in? And she goes, yeah, I already reviewed you. I reviewed your application. You guys are in.
Yeah, I know you.
So, yeah. I was like, oh,
wow.
Okay,
sweet.
Cool. So SnailTrail4x4 is going to be in Trail Hero X.
Okay.
As one of the competitors.
Okay.
So, and then Moreflate is sponsoring Snail Trail as the team.
Got it.
To be in the competition.
Okay. Understood.
So, yeah, I just figured that out yesterday. That all happened yesterday within like an hour and a half time span in the afternoon, in the evening time.
So we've got a lot of things that we need to figure out for that. So when is that happening?
The filming is all happening May 2nd through May 10th.
Okay.
Based out of Mesquite, Nevada. And then we'll be traveling around from there.
Sounds fun.
Yes.
Where the hell's Mesquite, Nevada?
It's a little bit 500-600 miles from us. A little bit outside of
like down by Vegas.
Yeah, down by Vegas area.
Sure. Sounds good.
So that's all I really know right now. But yeah, fun announcement. So Trail Hero X, which is, and they're going to do it. They're trying to focus it more on like overlanding. Rather, they're trying to, Trail Hero itself is going to try and, I don't want to say rebrand.
Okay.
I mean, everything at Trail Hero is done at Sand Hollow, pretty much all the trail rides, right? And so they are going to start introducing and pushing a lot more overlanding culture and really trying to focus in on the culture of off-roading.
Yeah.
Rather than strict rear steer, buggy, rock crawling and crazy 14s on Sand Hollow.
So we're taking the Tacoma?
No. No. We'll be taking the Mule. Mainly because the Mule has a 26-gallon fuel capacity.
Sure.
So we'll be able to, I think, withstand anything we're going. And we get a chase vehicle.
Oh, okay.
So we might be able to take the Tacoma for the chase vehicle
or Kermit.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see when it comes down to that, the chase support vehicle for the competition vehicle.
Interesting. That could be fun.
Yeah. So, and we'll see. That's all the details I know. I know we have 3 listeners that were a part of Trail Hero X last year that could call in and give us some updates about their experience and give us some insight.
That'd be fun.
Or we just need to watch the shows when they come out on demand and figure out what we're getting ourselves into.
Hopefully they come out before we go shoot.
Yeah.
Because we're going to need to binge those things.
Yep.
Get an idea what we're putting ourselves into. So is Moreflate also sponsoring a competition?
Not that I'm aware of yet. They didn't offer that to me. So I don't know if since now I'm
a participant,
they don't want to let me sponsor a competition as well. Cause then I'll know what the competition is and have a heads up in it. So they do have different sponsorship packages for the vendors. You can sponsor a team, you can sponsor camp life stuff, and you can sponsor competitions.
Okay.
And since I'm technically sponsoring a team, which it just happens to be us.
Yes.
Then I guess I could sponsor camp life stuff too, but I don't know if they'll let me, since I'm also the team, sponsor competition. So, yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Sounds fun. I'm excited.
I don't know a whole lot of details because it just happened yesterday over the span of an hour and a half in the emails. So, we'll maybe give you more details as it comes out. We also may not be able to talk about a whole lot of details because they want a lot of the information, I would assume, to be the important information be proprietary, so that Speed Sports Network gets the initial coverage of it. Right?
Yeah, sure.
So we'll see kind of what those details are. I think it's a little bit different because we're also kind of a media outlet. So I don't know if they're going to want us to help promote Trail Hero X2 and how much information we'll be able to say. So I have to go over all those details with Rich and Brandy. But we'll say more when we can. So
yeah, that sounds fun, dude. That's sweet.
Yeah,
excited.
It should be a fun trip.
Okay.
I think that's it for announcements.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be right on back with kind of what we've been up to and some happenings from our side of the world here.
Hey guys, I love going out wheeling and I love playing in the outdoors, and one of the main tools I rely on for all of the activities is onX Off-Road. onX keeps me in the know, it keeps me on the trails, and it keeps me from getting lost so that I can make it back home to my family and friends. There's tons of tools and data available for outdoor activities on the app that helps you plan your next trip, and it helps keep the adventures rolling. Start your free trial over at onxmaps.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentleladies, to today's What We've Been Up To episode on Thursday here on SnailTrail4x4 podcast. Jimmy and I have not met in like 2 weeks now.
No.
Because somebody decided to go and lose their voice. Jimmy.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you very much. So we've done quite a bit. And so let's see. I have some updates on the mule.
Okay.
I have
some other updates on the mule.
Some updates, I guess, I don't know, a short to-do list on the Lance.
Okay.
We had Winter Fun Fest happen.
Yeah.
And I have another update on the mule from Winter Fun Fest. Let's see. And then you did a bunch of work on Samantha.
I've done some. Yep. For sure.
You went to San Francisco.
Yes.
You also came up to Winter Fun Fest.
I did.
For the party night.
Yep.
What else is there, man?
I have, Clifford.
Clifford update.
Talk about Clifford a little bit. And I have a King of the Hammers update.
Oh, okay.
For the most part. Which I'd actually like to start with if I can.
Okay.
Besides that, is there anything else?
I think that'll do it. We'll see how much we get through here.
Okay. Sounds good. So I wanted to talk about this on Monday, but I forgot. And so this is still going to be relevant because I wanted to learn and talk to you guys about a little bit more of the moto side. The King of the Hammers moto race is going on this upcoming weekend. I think it literally starts tomorrow from when this episode comes out.
Yep. So
I messaged our King of the Hammers, guru in a way, Ultra 4 escort.
Mr. Rhea.
Yep. And he put me in contact with, let me find where he's at. It's the gentleman who actually is promoting the King of the Motos.
Okay.
And so it was perfect. I'm like, how do you know these people, Chris? Let's see. Justin is his name. So I asked Justin a bunch of questions and fairly generic ones because I'm not a motorcycle person. Like I've ridden bikes before, but I'm not like down into the weeds about motorcycles or they've got going on. So he kind of broke it down a little bit for me. And he said that they don't call it qualifying.
Okay.
First of all. So I was like, how do you qualify? And he's like, we don't call it qualifying.
Mm-hmm.
He said, but there is a race to determine lineup.
Okay.
And then I don't remember. I didn't ask this, but if I try to remember back, I think they send different waves off.
Okay.
Similar to the way that the Ultra 4 does it.
Yep.
Time periods, if I recall.
So they're not doing, what is that, a shotgun start?
Shotgun, where everybody
goes
up.
at once?
No, I don't know how that is. There's also a few different classes, and you pretty much put yourself into the classes. You're like, I'm a pro, or I'm a novice, or I'm a rookie, or however it works. And you just place yourself into that.
Okay.
And he said, most people just, what you are, right?
Yeah.
Like if you've done races before, then you might be, an intermediate or something. Or if you've, won things, then you're a pro or,
Okay.
I'm like, okay, sounds good. I'm like, how
do
long?
Do they do any checking of that to like?
I have no idea.
What if a pro enters the novice class and just smokes everybody?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I asked how long the race is.
Okay.
And so the entire course is 36 miles.
Okay.
And it has rocks and desert, a little bit of desert. And the whole thing is over 5 laps.
Okay.
And roughly it was broken down by lap 1 is 12 miles. Lap 2 is 14 miles. Then lap 3 is 3.5 miles.
Is that all rocks?
Yeah, I'm assuming
Okay.
so. Lap 4 is 3.5 miles and lap 5 is 3.7 miles.
Okay.
So I think there's like a little bit of space between rocks and on trail driving for the first 2 laps to kind of spread people out.
Yeah.
And then it gets chaos after that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Start and finish is at Chocolate Thunder.
Okay.
He didn't tell me which direction they were going at what point in time.
Okay.
You're not allowed to swap out drivers or bikes or riders or bikes at any point during the race. You're solo.
Okay.
And there's no real classification or CC levels on bikes. You can just bring whatever bike you have or whatever one you want to ride.
So I would imagine a bigger bike would be more powerful for the first 2 laps, get you through the first 2 laps quickly, but it's going to be a bitch to handle through the rocks.
Exactly. So there's a fun balance that you're going to have to determine between needing a light bike to maneuver it through the rocks and or over rocks, or like a trials bike in the rocks or something like that. But then that trials bike won't be better for the first few laps or because there's going to be maybe a little bit more space between the rocks and everything. I did say, so desert stuff, and he was kind of like, not really. And so I think it's more trail side than desert, but I think there's still, because those first 2 laps are pretty long or longer than the rest of the laps, I think there's some space between that is going to be happening. But it was really cool to chat and get a little bit understanding about the king of the motos and how things go, because it's just a side of that event that I never have seen or been a part of.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be fun to share that with everybody.
Justin Wicks would be an interesting person to interview about King of the Motos, because that one year he did all 3 races. He participated, I think
he did King of the Motos, and then did he do the 4,800 class and 4,400 class?
Yeah, and I think he co-drove or something like that in 4,900, which was UTVs.
Dang.
Yeah, so like he did a bunch that year.
He needs to get into trophy trucks.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's crazy. So, I just wanted to talk about that because that's literally starting tomorrow. I think they're doing like the not qualifying.
The not qualifying lineup run.
Lineup setup on Friday at some point, and they're doing a small little lap to see how fast people go through that. And then that determines where they start on Saturday. So,
nice.
Yeah. So it's I don't know when the King of the Hammers feed starts on YouTube, but it'd be interesting if they were showing this.
Yeah.
I would definitely watch some of it because I think it's just, I'm not good on a bike. I mean, I'm really good on a bicycle, but not as good skilled on a motorcycle. And I think it's very impressive what these people can do.
Oh yeah. I've watched trials bikes go up back door.
Oh, sure.
And I'm just like, what? And
they just walk up, and I'm sure
it's fun. They're like billy goats. They kind of pick these little ledges that are 6 inches wide.
Oh yeah.
And they're getting a motorcycle on them. They go across them and then hop it to the next ledge, turn around, do like this wheelie spin and turn and go up the other and zigzag their way. I'm like, what the fuck? How do you?
They got crazy brakes and crazy torque.
What are you doing here, dude?
Yeah, I've seen they've been releasing electric trials bikes now because they have that instant torque. So it's just crazy. So, okay. So that's all I really wanted to talk about for the most part about King of the Hammers. We're going to be down there. We need to figure out a time that if we want to do a run or not.
Yeah.
That will all come out soon because we need to announce that for everybody out there. But I think we're still planning on it.
We're planning on it. My original thought was Wednesday night.
Okay.
But we're now doing dinner Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So, and Tuesday night is Ultra 3. So I would assume Thursday night is really the open night, the only one available, because Friday night is going to be, we won't be able to go until late.
Yeah.
Because of 4,800, but Thursday is 4,900.
Yeah.
Typically 4,900 race goes course cold a little earlier, but I don't know. I don't know if we want to take a group of people back to RP2 and up Fisher.
Yeah.
On cold course with maybe some side-by-sides that don't realize it's cold yet. So I don't know. We might have to do a daytime thing.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Yeah. We'll figure it out here.
Yeah.
Probably before Monday episode, and then we can talk about it. My plans have ever so slightly changed. I was planning on originally going down to King of the Hammers on Wednesday, but now I'm going to go down on Tuesday, the day before. Which is I think it's the 3rd. And then I'll be down there through the big race And then I'm even contemplating staying Monday or through Monday.
Okay.
If that makes so Sunday night
Mhm.
and not worrying about rushing out of there and everything. I've done that before, and it's like, it's crazy to see the lake bed just
Empty.
disappear.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the structures get down, everything gets cleaned up. The race course gets demolished,
Yep.
bulldozed flat.
Yep.
And, everything is back to desert.
Yeah.
And there's only a handful of people on the lake bed.
Mhm.
It's just wild to see. So, instead of trying to wake up super early and bounce and get out of here, I do need to talk to the assistant just about logistics with the kiddo and getting the kiddo to school. Cause, since we moved, it's not as easy for the assistant to take the kiddo to school.
Yeah.
So we just need to figure out some family logistics in regards to that.
Yep.
So that's my game plan for King of the Hammers. I think you're fairly similar. You're going down Monday?
Monday, and then I'll be out of there early Sunday morning. So our goal is actually to leave Saturday night.
Okay.
And go camp down in the Cafe 247 parking lot.
Oh,
Saturday night. That way we're off the lake bed for the Sunday morning exit.
Yeah.
And we can just wake up 6, 7 a.m., go get a breakfast burritos, and then jump on the road and head out.
Nice.
So
I like it. Maybe I'll tag along for that.
Yeah.
So, sounds good. If you're going to be down at King of the Hammers, reach out, let us know. We can probably arrange a time to meet in the Morphlite booth and, shake babies and kiss hands or something like that as well.
Yep.
We'll make that celebrity appearance or whatever it is. So cool. All right. So where else do you want to start now that little jaunt to King of the Hammers is over?
I have a fun news update.
Okay.
And this is in regards to, electric vehicles.
Yeah.
There's been a few breakthroughs in solid state batteries.
I was wondering if you're going to talk about this. Yeah.
Yeah. And so
cool.
I had a news article set aside about production motorcycles, and this is why it triggered me, because you mentioned the EV trials bikes.
Yeah.
But they're touting like solid state batteries being able to get an 80% charge in about 5 to 7 minutes.
Dang.
And having a longer range than the regular lithium cells we're seeing right now, the wet lithium cells.
Wow. That's impressive.
So I was trying to find a news article right now that showed some of the statistics that they're looking at putting into production EV vehicles right now, EVs. So I'm trying to find it here.
Was it this one?
Is that the one I posted in the group chat?
Yes.
I think I posted. Yeah.
It says, if the claims of a 5-minute charge for 100,000 cycle life, and 400 watt kgs energy.
Yeah. So
it's impressive.
400 watt hours per kilogram. And I don't remember. I'm trying to find the claimed stats of wet lithiums, the ones that essentially are in Teslas and all the vehicles right now, Rivians, etc.
This one says if the battery can last 100,000 cycles and you charge it every single day, this battery will last 270 years.
Wow. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, it's a big breakthrough. They're saying that a big benefit to solid state batteries is they're not impacted as much by extreme temperatures. So a big issue with EVs is in colder climates.
100%. Yeah.
The batteries just don't like to work. Lithium cell batteries don't like to operate below freezing temperatures. So 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And solid state batteries work just fine down to negative 30 degrees Celsius, negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
So in your colder climates, the car is not going to have to expend as much energy keeping the cells warm at an operating temperature. Whereas lithium has to expend quite a bit of energy, especially if you live, say like Montana during winter, where it can be easily negative 10 degrees at all times. Or Chicago, or, up in the mountains in California, the car has to expend quite a bit of energy to keep the cells warm so that they function and they're above freezing temperature.
Okay.
So solid state has a huge benefit there. And their 400 watt hours per kilogram is about 350 to 400 mile range. And like you said, it can be charged because it's not as problematic with temperature changes. It can be charged a lot quicker. You can just pump power into them a lot quicker too.
You can get it super hot.
Yep.
Really what that comes down to.
And not have to worry about runaway heat issues.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting. No, it's super cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's roughly, I'm going to say roughly, I don't know what the exact number is, but roughly double the energy density of the current kind of wet lithium cells that are prevalent nowadays from lithium batteries. So if you're looking at, a Tesla battery pack, which is most Teslas are a 100 kilowatt hours battery packs, that gets you 200 to 300 mile range, right? The Rivians, like the Rivian trucks, those I believe 125, 150 kilowatt hour battery packs.
Sure.
You're going to be able to get the same range of 100 to 120 kilowatt hour battery pack in a 70 kilowatt per hour battery pack. Solid state batteries.
Interesting.
So you're almost doubling your range on the energy density type. You're dramatically increasing the amount of charge cycles you can put on the batteries.
Yeah.
And they can charge a lot faster and operate in more extreme temperatures.
Cool.
So
sounds like a win-win-win.
Those batteries are already in production motorcycles that are coming out. They're already in production. And then the vehicle side of it, the bigger battery packs for the vehicles are going to be launching, I think, this year.
Wow.
In production vehicles. So
interesting.
It's changing.
It is.
Yep.
It is changing a lot.
Yeah.
But that's really cool. I mean, I think that's really neat I love the adaptation of humans. I just do. I love the fact that we have a problem when we solve it.
Yep. It's a Vanilla Ice. He's the Gandhi of human beings now.
100%.
If you got a problem, I'll solve it. So there's that. I also want to do a episode, maybe for Monday's episode, on the Scout.
Okay.
The new Scout.
Yes.
That's been announced.
Really cool.
All the features kind of have been announced with abilities and what's coming in these vehicles. And it looks fucking impressive.
Yeah.
So we will, I definitely want to, I think we might do a little bit of research here so we have a lot more talking points on that one rather than just, going by the seat of our pants here. But look for that coming up soon too. So
sounds fun. I think it's a really cool platform and I'm excited to talk about it.
Yep. All right. So let's get into what we've been up to here.
Sounds good.
That does it for announcements. We're good on announcements.
Are you sure?
I think so. I don't know. We'll find out. Something may tickle my fancy. Wanted to get into a little further here. Announcements. Sorry, not announcements. What we've been up to.
Yes.
Let's go over. I want to hear about Clifford.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's going to be, it's going to be a conversation, I think.
We'll see.
Okay.
I won a free oil change at a raffle.
Nice.
And I was like, well, I'll take the biggest vehicle I possibly have to go get the oil changed. And that
15 quarts of oil,
something like that. Yeah. It's crazy. There was a asterisk on the gift card that said up to $100 value. Okay. So I knew I'd get $100 discount at least. Anyway, so I took it into the garage, which they were very nice. It seemed reputable. They seemed like a good area.
It was like a small local company or a big chain?
Yeah, no, it's a small local company, a place I've never been. It's in like Orangevale area. So I called him up. I said, can I make an appointment? I would like to drive my F-250 down to get an oil change. I got a voucher, and they're like, yeah, sure. And we talked about it. And they said, if you bring it down, this was last week, Thursday, then we can start on it first thing in the morning. I said, cool. So I drove it down there. I dropped it off and I got picked up and brought home. The next day I got called and they said that Clifford had no oil on the dipstick.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there is remnants of oil in the coolant.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. So I said, head gasket. And the guy,
why'd you pour oil in your coolant, Jimmy?
I heard it helps lubricate it and run it through the system better.
Okay. Yeah. It helps. It keeps the water pump lubricated. So
there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
No, didn't plan on that at all. Anyways, so I asked the guy head gassing. He said maybe it could be a few things. So I said, okay, well, don't do anything. I'll just come down and pick it up. So I drove down there, dumped a bunch of oil into it, and then drove it back home. And I texted Ultra 4 Jones.
Okay.
Because he is like
the
my 7.3
guru, yeah. The Gandhi of the 7.3 world.
Yeah, there you go. And his first thing was oil cooler. He's like, how's your oil cooler? And I said, I'm pretty sure it's leaking oil. And he's like, well, that's probably your problem.
Okay.
And I said, oh yeah,
for
why?
the low oil.
Yeah. And it was funny because after that, I then messaged Wreck-It Rob because he's really good at 7.3s. And man, it was either Dooley or Fergie Fab. I think it was Dooley. Probably both of them know. Regardless, both of them probably know 7.3s as well. But I think it was Fergie Fab I messaged. He's a good 7.3 guy too. So, and then I said, here's what was going on. I think it might be the oil cooler. And what do you think? And they're like, yeah, definitely. Because I'm not even sure how the oil cooler works, but it's an oil cooler. So I'm assuming the coolant runs through a section of this thing that helps cool the oil down. I don't think it's a radiator air cooled device.
Oh, I would have assumed that it would have like a line that comes out of the engine block that the oil goes down and then it goes into a radiator, like a transmission cooler, right?
Yes.
That's what I would have assumed an oil cooler.
I assume that too.
Okay.
That's what originally I assumed. But now that everybody's saying your oil cooler could be your problem, they're notorious for leaking oil and going bad.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm like, well, if they're notorious for going bad, and it's been, Clifford's a 1997 Ford F-250. It's gone this long without having a problem, right? And it's now having a problem and it's leaking oil, and oil is getting into the coolant. I'm assuming, and once again, I'm completely assuming here that it's the oil cooler is using coolant to cool the oil.
Okay.
And therefore, if the oil cooler is leaking, it's leaking oil out. Yeah. And I've been losing oil this entire time. And or it's getting into the coolant. Yeah. And it's burning it off or getting rid of it that way, one way or another. Okay. So I need to, first steps for me before I take the engine out, start tearing it apart or whatever, I'm going to really clean down the oil or the entire engine bay, see if the oil cooler is the thing that's really leaking, and then possibly go after changing the oil cooler. Okay. I've looked up the seals and the cooler cost about $500. Okay. It's like $150-ish for the seals and, $300 and something for the cooler. And Ultra 4 Jones said it'll take like a day's work. Okay. But then I still need to do an oil change and I still need to do coolant change. Yeah. At that point. And the guy behind the counter at the shop I took it to said, whenever there's oil in your coolant lines, it really attacks the rubber that your coolant runs through. And so
you gotta do all your coolant hoses.
You gotta change at least the coolant. Yeah. The radiator hoses. Yep. If not other stuff. So I'm kind of, there's a lot of stuff that kind of needs to get done on Clifford, to get that truck really back up and running. I have panels I need to pick up in the next day or so, and I'm considering just it's been running fine.
Yeah.
Even without any oil on the dipstick, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to take it down to go pick up panels. And then I'm going to try not to drive it again and for the most part until I get it fixed.
Yeah.
So oil cooler is my first step to figure out if that actually is the problem with Clifford.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's hopefully it's just the oil cooler. It's a lot better than a head gasket.
100%.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
And so once I clean the engine down and really get an idea if it, because the oil, there is an oil leak somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's in the direction of where the oil cooler is.
Mhm.
So I can really pinpoint that down. It almost sounds like it's one of those things like I might as well change it out anyway.
Yeah.
I did ask if I asked Ultra4 Jones. I was like, okay, I'm a big fan of fixing things with an upgrade.
Yeah.
Is there anything I should be upgrading at this point? And his thing was kind of like, buy a new cooler. Don't buy a refurbished one.
Yeah.
Buy the new seal kit to replace everything with.
You don't buy a refurbished seal kit?
Yeah, don't buy the refurbished seal kit.
Okay.
And you should be able to go another 25, 30 years in theory.
Yeah.
Because this one, you
Lasted
were
this long.
going for a really long time. So you should be able to go a long time again. And I was like, okay, sounds good if that's what you suggest. And so
yeah.
that's what I'm going to end up doing that.
Okay.
I had a little sit down with Hussman when we were working on Samantha, and I was just venting about it. And I said, I need to work on Samantha. Like, I can't focus on Clifford right now. And this was more when it was a head gasket issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't have time to pull out an engine out and change a head gasket and everything to get that rig running right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to work on Samantha. I need to get Samantha done. But now that I know that it's probably only a day's worth of work, I definitely, I'm just going to have to find some time and schedule that in and try to get that done. Hopefully before Cruise Moab. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise I'll be driving Samantha or Bobcat or Charlotte
Yeah.
to, Cruise Moab. So we'll see.
Okay. All right. Well, bummer.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not good news.
No,
Hopefully
definitely
it is just the oil cooler.
Yeah, that would be the one of the best things for sure.
I'd be curious to hear how those oil coolers work. I mean,
Yeah, I'm kind of curious too.
Yeah.
I only looked up the oil cooler to see what the price was, and I got a picture of it, and I tried to scroll through the photos, but there was only one photo at the website that I was on, and I was really just sort of looking to get a ballpark price, and that's all I did with it. I did reach out to the company because the Wreck-It Rob and Ultra4 Jones both suggested me to go to this one company to get the parts. So I reached out to them and I was like, hey, my truck broke and people have suggested me to come to your website to get parts. Do you do any affiliate programs? Because I can shoot a video and talk about it and promote it and talk about it on the podcast. And they never got back to me.
Oh. All right.
Yep. So I might hit him up again because I said, and that's one of the things, like, I know we have some people that listen to the podcast that are doing some affiliate marketing stuff. It's like, I wasn't and I sent this in the message, like, I'm not expecting free parts. Like, I'm just expecting a discount.
Yeah.
Like,
Cause I'm going to do some work and put in an install video or something that you guys may need.
I'm going to make an install video. I'll shoot some content for Instagram and I'll talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And never heard back.
Oh, well.
Yep.
All right. Well, rip Clifford for now. Hopefully get it done. So your goal is to get Clifford done for Cruise Moab, not for KOH.
Yeah. No time.
So that means
before
you're
KOH.
taking Charlotte to KOH.
Yeah, that was the game plan all along.
Okay.
Was to take Charlotte, and I'm going to be taking the teardrop trailer.
Okay.
Down and have a little shelter, a little better shelter than the rooftop tent.
Okay.
We talked about it on Monday's episode when the assistant and I were on for the trailers versus rooftop tent episode.
Yeah.
And the rooftop tent, I don't trust it in inclement weather anymore.
Oh.
Maybe like if it's ever so lightly dusty or I mean like dewy or misty, like it would probably be okay, but it's not waterproof anymore. And not that the weather looks bad for King of the Hammers, at least not in the long-term forecast. I just don't want to be caught with a sopping wet tent, like for like one downpour and then it's fine. You know, it's sunny the rest of the time. So, as easy as just driving a rooftop tent down there, it's not that much more difficult to hook up the trailer and take it down. It will be nice to have a kitchen and have my own like, little cooking area and not have to worry about going to their kitchen and setting up, like getting coffee or whatever. Having my own fridge and having that all that set up, like I already used it before. So that's the game plan right now.
Nice.
Was to do that.
Well, Glue Tread, Andy.
Yeah.
Who we went on, did the Rubicon trip with.
Yeah.
He's coming down.
Oh.
And he's going to be staying with us.
Okay, cool.
In Hammertown Heights Estates.
Sweet.
So him and then 2 of his employees.
Okay.
So maybe we can kind of create our own little section, our own block, our neighborhood block within Hammertown Heights Estates.
Sounds good. We get our own address.
Get our own address over there. So we'll be able to hang out with Andy and we'll have obviously the Lance there. We'll have another 2 RVs, one from Glue Tread and one from Morphlate, and then your trailer too. So,
Okay. When are when the your RVs are getting put out there?
The Morphlate one is getting put out Friday of Trophy Truck Weekend.
Okay.
My Lance will be up there Monday.
Sure. Yeah.
And Glue then treads. Their Glue Tread, I think, is coming in Tuesday or Wednesday morning, afternoon.
After Trophy Trucks or
Ultra
when I'm coming down?
Yeah, when you're coming down.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. So that works. I'll definitely, like we did kind of last year is, there was the Hammertown Heights Estates and we were just up from it the last time I was down there.
Yep.
That's fine. That works out well. What it comes down to is the further away from Wheeling Wine and Whiskey I can get,
the better.
But I like the community that is there at Hammertown Heights Estates. It just happens that Wheeling Wine and Whiskey's there as well. So
they kind of bring down the property value.
Yeah.
So
that and there's discussions of another shit show podcast, just so you know.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Because there's it sounds like another podcast is going to be staying at Hammertown Heights Estates.
Okay.
Yeah. Not Lee. Another one.
Another one?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if Chris wants to take another 2 years to edit another shit show podcast, more power to it, I guess.
I said my goal is not to be as hammered as the last time.
I just remember sitting in the Taj Mahal with 3 different conversations going on at any given time on the one recording.
I remember we were doing that on purpose.
Yes, we were doing that on purpose too.
Sorry, Chris. Not really sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sorry. Anyways, cool. So, all right. Well, that'll be fun to have the teardrop down there.
Yeah.
See how that goes. This will be kind of your first extended stay in the teardrop. You've had a weekends in the teardrop.
We had a 3-nighter.
Okay, that's pretty good then.
At Lassen.
Yep.
When we went to Lassen.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be 5 nights or so, 4 or 5 nights. So I'm not too concerned. My only major concern is just battery power for the fridges.
Okay.
And stuff. And so I actually might buy another battery for it and wire it in. Shit. I always mess those up. Parallel.
Yep.
It's series or parallel, and I always mess up which one's which. And so I might do that. And then I do have the 2 Wagon Tech batteries that I'll probably bring down. I'm contemplating bringing down the large Ironman 4x4 fridge, or just seeing if I can get by with just adding drinks to the little Dometic fridge that's in the trailer and just calling that good. So I just need to figure out what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Now that I have signed up for the meal plan and I'll be doing that, I'm definitely not going to be bringing as much food as I had anticipated bringing. And what food I was going to bring was still going to be like
PB&H.
A lot of PB&H.
Yeah.
But it was going to be some of the freeze dried, just add water meals.
Okay. Yeah.
Which wouldn't have taken up a lot of fridge space anyway. So I might just see if I can bring and I really don't have that much liquids that I need to keep cold.
Yeah.
Because I don't really drink beer that much anymore because of my gout. So I might bring some like Trulies and stuff. And then whiskey doesn't need to be refrigerated.
Yeah.
And I have water doesn't need to be refrigerated.
Yeah.
And, maybe I'll bring some like just seltzers, non-alcoholic seltzers.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I maybe can just get away with the small fridge, but that battery power is my really main concern.
Yeah.
I
don't have solar, huh?
I have two solar panels.
Okay.
But I have a 100-watt and an 80-watt.
Yeah.
Panel. I have the Renogy 100-watt that came with the trailer.
Okay.
And I've never hooked that up to my batteries because I wasn't sure if I could hook it up to the lithium battery.
The lithium battery would probably be fine because it has a BMS in it.
Okay.
But ideally you want to have a solar controller built in so that it is putting out a consistent, 14.5 volts.
Right.
Solar panels will typically put out upwards of 20 volts. A 12-volt solar panel will put out upwards of 20 volts. And so I just don't know what that BMS can really handle.
Sure.
So you just want to have a solar controller in there.
There is another box in that solar panel. And so maybe there's an option of regulating the power outputage with that box.
Yeah, you'd have to check on the stats from Renogy and see.
That, and then I have the one that works for the Wagon Tech.
Okay.
So I have the Wagon Tech solar panel that plugs directly into the Wagon Tech batteries.
Yep.
So, I mean, I might not even need another battery.
Yeah.
I do know that
your Wagon Tech will output 12 volts off of the DC circuit.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just hook up a wire to go from the cigarette plug or Anderson plug on your Wagon Tech to ring terminals on the battery. And then the battery, the BMS, your lithium battery, will pull a charge off of the Wagon Tech until it's full. And then the BMS cuts off the charge, right? And then you have the solar panel hooked into the Wagon Tech. And that kind of charges the system. So you're essentially setting it up in parallel.
There's a lot of ways that we could skin this cat, right? So
and then throw it across a dead yard.
Exactly. Yeah. Break a house, glass house. But let's see. So yeah, I might not need to buy another battery now that we're talking about it. I was thinking, I should get another battery because I think I ran for 3 days with the battery that was in it.
Yeah.
Without charging it. I think it ran for like damn near 3 days. And I was like, we're just going to test how long the battery will last. We're going to just run it until it dies. And like, let's not be concerned about like running lights or anything like that. And it ran it was like 2.5 for 3 days. I think it went like we were on a 2-day trip and on the 3rd day we were driving home and it died sometime coming home or something like that. I can't remember. It was a while. So, I mean, if I can charge the batteries off, just run the Wagon Tech into one of the other into the lithium battery and charge it.
Yeah.
Then I'll be fine.
Yep.
And worst case scenario, I just unplug the fridge from the trailer and plug it into
the Wagon
Tech and run the little fridge off of that and don't have lights on the trailer.
Yep.
And, it's like, not that I really need it. I can bring little torches or headlamps or whatever you want to call them. So, I don't, now that we're talking about it, I don't think I need another battery.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. And worst case scenario, I just walk up to your trailer and say, charge me.
Plug me in.
Or something.
Yeah. I need to fix the Lance solar.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. You were having problems with that.
So I've upgraded the Lance. It now has a total of 500 amp hours of lithium batteries in it. And supposed to be 300 watts of solar.
Yes.
On it. And what I did was when I bought it, the previous owner had put a 100-watt solid panel on it.
Okay.
And then I added 2 flexible 100-watt panels. The flexible panels are really nice because they're easy to install. You just kind of get the Super Duty heavy industrial adhesive tape and tape down the edges of it and wire it into your system.
And it kind of contours to
the top of the thing.
If you have an arc or something that's there. Yeah. So actually it would be kind of good on the back of a teardrop trailer.
Yep.
Right. Because you can deal with the bend.
So my 2 flexible panels, I started getting a much lower charge rate
Right.
on the batteries. I was like, what is going on? So I went on the roof and poked around and measured power coming off of each of the panels, and the 2 flexible panels are dead. They're not working.
Weird.
And looking at them closely, a bunch of the cells are burned up in the solar cell array.
Right. Okay. I remember this. So you were just talking about how there's usually 2 outputs.
Yep.
And so what do you know if you installed the different outputs on the top and it was overpowering the other solar
It was
panel?
not. They're all the same voltage.
Okay.
So they should all work together just fine. I have them all 3 feeding into the same solar controller that then charges the batteries.
Got it.
And so they were working just fine. They're all outputting. They were, when I installed them, outputting the same voltage. They're all rated for the same voltage. Turns out I had a long talk with CJ with the CJ about this, because he put a very extensive battery setup into his travel trailer, his toy trailer. And it's something like 500 to 600 amp hours of batteries, and like 2.6 kilowatts of solar.
Dang.
And I'm just like, oh my God. And he goes, yeah, I can charge my entire battery pack in like 2 hours. Like, that's nuts.
Did he just like cover the top of his trailer entirely?
So, yeah. He said he has 6 pairs of 400 volt solar panels, I think.
Wow.
So that comes down to with a 12 volt power system, like 2.6 kilowatts, whatever it is. Anyways,
that's crazy.
He had to use
I'll just go steal one of his panels and put it on my trailer.
So anyways, I was talking to him about it all, and he goes, yeah, those flexible panels are really convenient for install, but they typically only last 1 to 3 years because they don't get any airflow underneath them. So they end up overheating and short circuit the arrays and burn up the arrays. And I was like, that's exactly what happened to mine. Was the arrays are burned out. Yeah. He goes, yep, they probably overheated because there's just no airflow under the panels. I was like, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So I bought a 200 watt hard mount panel. That's a not flexible, hard solar panel.
Right.
That has to go on brackets. So I need to get the flexible panels taken off of the lance and the hard panel put on and wired in. So I'll have 300 watts of solar, 500 amp hours of battery. I don't come anywhere close to using all the 500 amp hours of battery.
Right.
So I 300 watt solar is going to be just fine for recharging each day. I should have 8 hours of daylight and it'll be just fine for getting recharged.
Right.
I did also learn though, that when you wire batteries in parallel, I've always, in order to wire batteries in parallel, I've always just wired them to each other.
Sure. Red, black, black.
That is correct. That's how you do parallel: red, and black to black. And then you hook up your power system, whatever you're trying to power, to one of the batteries.
Yeah.
And so you have this battery bank that's all tied together to each other. And then you hook whatever you're powering to one of the batteries.
Okay.
And that gives you more amp hours. It gives you more usable amperage, supposedly, when you hook up in parallel. That's not the way you're supposed to hook up parallel.
Do you go... I don't know. I was trying to figure out what
the correct way to do it is that you run all your positive terminals off your batteries to a positive bus bar.
Okay.
And then you run all your negatives to a negative bus bar. And then you have those 2 bus bars into your power system.
Got it.
And that's the idea of where parallel, the quote unquote term parallel, comes into, because all of your lines are running parallel to each other to these 2 bus bars.
So the bus bars.
When you do it the way I did it, and way a lot of people do it that way.
Yeah, that's the way mine was done when I had the 2 car batteries.
A lot of people do it that way. All your amperage and charge comes off of the first battery in the line, right?
Yeah, and that's what I was going to ask, because that I've never, at least what I'm trying to remember, like setting it up, because I'm not good at electrical stuff, but I always remember going. So you run it red to red, black to black, and then when you want to hook something up, I've always thought you go the black one to one battery, the red one to the other battery.
Okay. So you'd have
So
the
it's
red
like
to the
going-
first battery, the black to the back battery, the last battery in your chain.
Yeah.
That would make sense too. I think that would be doable. That would, I think, be better than the way I do it, which is I just put them both on the first battery, right? And so what happens is all of your output charge kind of ends up coming off of that first battery.
Right. So really you're pulling off the first battery and the second battery is feeding
Yep.
the first battery.
And then that goes down the line,
Yeah.
right? And also when you're recharging the batteries, the first battery gets all the charge. And then once that one's kind of full, then it also feeds into the second one, the third one, trickled down, right? So the last battery in your lineup rarely ever gets fully charged.
Sure.
Especially with lithiums because of the BMS systems and how they work with charge voltages.
So when with the BMS and lithium sees it that's full, it'll stop.
Yep.
And it won't
Continue charging
carry
the next
over to the
one.
next batteries in line.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
You need to add some bus bars.
I need to rewire the entire Lance. I'm not going to get it done before KOH because the thing about the Lance is that the batteries, my batteries, I've got 4 batteries in there and I have them in 2 different locations.
Oh.
So
I was
one of the
gonna be like,
locations
what?
is in the battery box. The other one is in the generator box where typically the power generators sit, right?
Yeah.
And so wiring from the generator box back through the entire Lance, through the walls and everything. I just don't know how Lance does that and what's going to be the best way to wire it from one side of the Lance back to the other side of the Lance.
Roughly, where is your generator box compared to the Lance? Where is it on the Lance?
Right. Underneath the ladder, bottom right of the door,
Okay.
the entry door.
Okay.
That's the
And
generator
then
box.
where's the batteries?
On the driver's side of the Lance, up near the front, where essentially the sink window is.
Okay.
It's right
So
behind the sink.
almost to the cab of your truck.
Yep.
On the driver's side.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. So so you got to wire all the way around the thing.
Yep.
Primarily. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So
Man.
I have to figure out, do I rip apart the walls to put wiring in, or do I try and find a safe and secure way to wire it externally?
Yeah.
So in theory, the way that the Lance sits in the truck bed, if I wire and run a wire around and up into like where the hangover of the truck bed and where it comes down into the truck bed, that corner right there, I can wire something right in that corner
Mhm.
and it in theory would be safe. I just don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah. Is
So-
there not enough room in either one of the locations to put all the batteries?
Correct.
Or you just wait until the solid state comes out?
So here's the other fun thing about this. Renogy just announced a solid state thin battery pack.
Okay.
It's 22 inches long, so about 2 feet long, by 18 inches wide, 2 inches thick.
Whoa. That's super
So super thin. It's
interesting.
I feel they designed it for vehicles, so you
Yeah.
can put it like behind seats in
Yeah.
vehicles,
I wanna-
under seats.
Yeah, exactly.
On the inside of truck beds,
Okay.
kind of thing. So it goes in a lot of different places with being only 2 inches thick. But you can stack them together as well.
Sure.
They're modular, so you can take 6 of them and stack them together.
Yeah.
And each one is 105 amp hours. So it's the same amp hours as the lithium that you have
Right.
in your trailer.
Yeah. But probably 7 or 8 times the cost.
$850 for one of them
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So-
8 times the cost.
Yeah. But the nice thing is that they work below freezing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to get a self-heating lithium battery.
Sure.
They work below freezing temperatures. I think they have them rated down to negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit that they'll continue working in before you need to have a heater on them or an external heater or something to warm them up.
Wow.
But yeah, $850. The lithium batteries that you and I like to use are, I think, $200 each right now, which is cheaper than a red top.
Yeah.
They're
I
not
think it was
starter
like
batteries.
170 when I bought
170 a
it.
time. Damn. So yeah, somewhere between 150 and $200 is what they are right now. And they're a really nice tiny form factor.
Yeah. Smaller than a regular battery.
Yep. So, and they have Bluetooth BMSs in them too, which is nice. So you
Yeah.
can check them and see what they're doing. So anyways, that's the fun battery, Lance and solar updates for creating off-grid life to be able to live homelessly. So
yeah, down in the Johnson Valley desert.
Yep. All right, we're at 1 hour and 20.
True that.
Let's call this episode here, and then we'll continue on with what we've been up to. We got some updates for Samantha, updates on the mule coming up. So we'll save those for Monday's episode. You guys know how to get a hold of us. If you have feedback about the episode here, give us a call. 916-345-4744. Leave us a voicemail. We'll get back into doing some voicemails here for you guys. It's a really fun segment. I know that I'm sorry we missed last week. I couldn't get my shit together with being sick and not being able to talk and being a little out of it. So we did get some complaints.
Yeah.
That snail mail was not operating that week. And I apologize. It seems like that has become our number one segment of the show. And the one you guys look forward to the most. So we'll do what we can to make sure we don't miss those in the future and keep those rolling regardless of what's going on. But we'll have those tomorrow for you guys back on the air with snail mail. And then Monday, we'll have some updates for the vehicles and the family and what's been happening there. So I think that does it.
Sounds good.
Jimmy, do you have any final words for everybody out there?
I don't. Yeah, I was trying to think of something, but I'm just.
Yes.
Yeah, you might have caught me. Yeah, you were a little fast on that one. I just was looking up the battery that we both have, and it's currently unavailable.
Oh.
So, if I want to throw a link in the show notes for you guys, we'll find something else for that to add in there. And then, yeah, I just really hope it's the oil cooler on Clifford.
Yep. Cross your fingers. And with that, my friends, keep crawling.
I got one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why did the fish refuse to play basketball?
He didn't want to be dunked.
Kind of close.
He wasn't good at dunking.
Close area.
He's a bad dunker.
No.
I don't know.
Because he was afraid of the net.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.